How am I not going to get arrested after saying this? My name's Dylan Martinson. I'm a musician, a pretty low-level one at that, but I'm a solo acoustic country singer. I've had the privilege of doing some festivals in the last couple of years. I'm pretty new at this whole shebang, so I've only been doing it for about 3 or 4 years as a full-time gigging musician and playing guitar for the last 5. So being able to play Aquafest in Rice Lake, opening up for CAM, opening up for Chris Kroeze from the same county I'm from, just some simple vocal and guitars. Like that's really what my music comes down to. Not a lot of effects, not a lot of flash. How I view of being a creative in a broad sense is just somebody who makes something that wasn't in the world before, that maybe people can justify not needing. However, there's at least the person who created it who wants it to be in the world. We had the privilege of being the first guests on the podcast. So that was back in the time when I wasn't sure that music was still going to be a thing. I had a blast doing that. Sheng was just starting out, trying to figure it out just right along with me. Me and Sheng's relationship has grown from that episode, or from just the social exchange project after she started it. It's grown tremendously, exponentially. Anything that ends in Lee at the end. We've grown way closer than before the start of the podcast and before the first episode. I'm able to call her. I'm able to, even if it's music related, even if it's personal related. I can call her and she'll answer. But she's introduced me to so many Eau Claire creatives that have then gone on to put me in front of other creatives or other people who want to hire me for events, this and that, and it's opened up doors that might not have been intentional, but the doors were open nonetheless because of being on the podcast. Well, she's like my mom. Honestly, there's a lot of how they talk, how they treat feelings, I suppose is a good way of putting it. There's a unique person to be a social worker regardless, but it kind of makes sense because they're both identical. They're both short, which love to see it. But they're also the most caring people that I know. By far my mom and Sheng are some of the most caring and understanding people that I've ever had the privilege of knowing.